Do you have too much money and don't know where to invest? Well, TaaS has got a solution for you. It's a closed asset investment fund where you can put money into it and they'll buy cryptocurrencies for you. They'll play the market and they'll give you the gains. Well, that's a promise anyways. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about TaaS, what it is, and what I think about it. So let's start with what it is first. So TaaS is a token on Ethereum, which kind of represents a investment into a closed asset fund. So you put in money, they'll invest with it, and every 3 months, they'll give you the returns if there's any. So that's kind of what TaaS is. They'll do some magic, okay? So they'll do some, it's kind of like all the closed asset funds in real life, that in the normal fiat world, you can have your Berkshire Hathaways trying to kind of invest money into different stocks, and they'll pick the stocks and they'll take a little fee. And it's exactly the same thing with TaaS. TaaS will invest your money into various cryptocurrencies that they see fit, and then they'll every 3 months give you profits, a portion of that. So 50% of the profits goes back to you, the token holders. 25% of it goes back to the fund, and they get to keep 25% of it. So that's what it's in for them. So for like kind of the asset managers. So this is something that's quite interesting, but at the same time, it's quite risky. So with normal currencies and with normal real life investments, you're always secured and protected by the government. So if fund managers decide to really scam or do something that's kind of illegal or use this as an excuse for a pyramid, they go to jail. The most famous example of that is with Rupert Murdoch, where he was found of basically using his fund as a pyramid scheme. And well, he gets sent to jail. It's easy as that. There's governments that regulate this and protect the investor from kind of very, very well-run scams. Let's just say that. And with cryptocurrencies, we're in the Wild West, where cryptocurrencies aren't kind of regulated by normal government laws. The main reason for that is because in a lot of countries, cryptocurrencies aren't considered currency. They're not considered as money. They're considered as commodities. And as a result, the regulation on that is completely different. It's much more relaxed. One thing there's two features that kind of make us a little bit feel safer if you're investing in TaaS. One is that the TaaS fund is closed and there's only a certain number of tokens that will ever be issued out. This protects the investor from a possible pyramid scheme where they use future investments and create more tokens to gain funds and pay off kind of their previous investors. This is like one thing you're definitely protected from, because with the blockchain technology, you can view exactly how many tokens there are and what's happening with that. But of course, there's another protection as well. They offer kind of trading protection. They output kind of segments of information about what they're trading. So on paper, they should be trading and you should be getting legit gains or losses. But I want to say something here, which is everyone's motivated by greed, and every fund is also motivated by greed. And in the Wild West, if they can take your money, then there's many, many ways to take it. They're essentially saying, okay, we'll self-police ourselves. We'll protect you from ourselves. We'll design a system that protects you. We will from ourselves. Okay, so from a principle level, from a base level, there's something intrinsically wrong with that. Self-policing almost never works, ever. And there's going to be a lot of kind of loopholes they can abuse. For example, if they kind of buy a lot of currency, right, and then they use the TaaS fund to pump that currency up, they can just sell currency at, increased value to the TaaS fund. And this might be not at the proper value of what it should be, because the fund managers are just selling it to themselves, right? In the real world, this obviously can't happen. You have to disclose a lot of information, and there's government regulation on that. But in the crypto space, no one can match that. Like they can secretly just create new wallets, create new accounts, and pump currencies up and do various shady things with that cash capital. Well, that said, of course, if you guys trust them, it might be a cool way to save a lot of time and money. I mean, investing in cryptocurrency is extremely kind of like busy. There's a lot to read up on, there's a lot of white papers to read, and there's a lot to research on. And they potentially could work. But I do have to warn everyone, there's just potentially a lot of risks in investing with these funds because there's zero regulations guarding that. I mean, if you look at the stock market situation back in the States before, the SEC became strong, it was crazy. Shit went down. Lots of sketchy shit went down, and investors all got burned. And that's why there are these regulations today. These regulations don't exist because, people felt, oh yeah, this is a good idea, let's have it. It's because people seriously got hurt. Like, there are serious problems that did occur with the stock market back in the day. So with TaaS, I think it's going to be something it's a cool idea, and it's going to be much better than investing in high yield investment plans because those are most likely scam. If you really don't understand alt currency, then maybe you should perhaps look into it. But then again, you're buying with Ethereum, so at that point you should understand alt currency and you should be quite interested in that. So that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? But anyways, that's my views. That's my personal views on TaaS. Of course, this doesn't contribute to any investment advice, but those are just my views. Thanks for watching.